Hi everybody and welcome back on my YouTube channel. I am Giovanni Perin and today I would like to talk to you about how to handle jazz licks. So I will start by playing a lick that I just transcribed from Scrapple from the Apple. That is a bebop tune written by the amazing Charlie Parker. And the harmony of this tune is taken from a standard that was called honeysuckle rose. This is really important because when we will analyze the lick, we will actually hear a fragment of the melody of honeysuckle rose. So that's the lick. And the lick is in A flat minor. Now let's take the lick and transpose it a half step down, so in G minor, because it's easier to handle. So we will have, okay? Let's analyze what Charlie Parker was doing. He was doing a double chromatic approach from the 11th of the chord, or the 4th of G minor, which is C, down to the 3rd. And then from the 3rd, it was going down to the 5th, playing a minor arpeggio of D minor, kind of the extension of a G minor 7, so 5, 7, 9, and then going back to the 1. So again, double chromatic approach, D minor, which is 5, 7, 9, and then back to the 1. Okay, we said that this lick is related with the honeysuckle rose melody. And in fact, the honeysuckle rose goes right? It's the same thing. But Charlie Parker uses a technique that is called rhythmic displacement. The rhythmic displacement technique is really useful in order to modify any given melody because it shifts around the accents. By shifting the accents, you will obtain a completely different line, but you are still using the same note. Isn't it fantastic? This would be the original lick. And this is the honeysuckle rose thing. So those are the same note, there's only a G at the end, so instead of going, it goes. But if I shift the accent around, I got, right? Let's see how it works. The Charlie Parker lick starts on the 4M. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the honeysuckle melody starts on 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apart from the double chromatic approach that connects chromatically C to B flat, we have the same notes. There's a big difference between quoting, that means just take a lick and play it into your own solo. But you can hear it that is just there by coincidence, just because you are quoting somebody, and incorporate that lick into your phrasing so that it is part of your own vocabulary. I have nothing against quoting because it's part of how jazz has been played till today. But I think if you can master the licks so that they can be part of your vocabulary, and you can handle them and modify them and use them as you feel in your phrasing, that's another level of skill. Another thing that you can do is to play the same notes of a lick but modify the original rhythm. Instead of playing, you can play right? Or it sounds completely different just by modifying the original rhythm. There's another thing that you can do, which is moving around notes. So instead of doing or, can do. So you just shift around the two notes D and F, and it sounds similar, but it's not the same lick. Okay, let's see now another technique, which is the enclosure. An enclosure is a technique that enables you to embellish a certain specific target tone by surrounding tones. So let's say I want to play an enclosure on D. I will have E, C sharp, D, right? So I can play. There are millions of variants, right? And I can also use the same idea for getting to G, right? So, and it's still the same lick. Isn't it fantastic? My suggestion for you is that when you start lick, it's really important that you don't take long phrases, because long phrases are difficult to handle. It is better to focus on a single short motive, because a single short motive can be reorganized and can be modified for fitting your playing. So it's really important that you work with cells. I call those cells because a cell is a generative nucleum from which you can develop further phrases. Instead of like concentrating on like 4-bar licks, just take part of that and start by transposing it into different keys. And you can do it by just analyzing the way it is constructed. So instead of thinking about single notes, think about the function of each note inside the chord. Okay? So now we are in G minor, right? This is the 11th or the 4th. This is the 3rd. This is the 5th, the 7th, and the 9th. In this way, I can easily transpose this structure into new keys, like B flat minor, 11, 3, 5, 7, 9, and root. Or any key, right? A minor. Guys, I hope this lesson was helpful for understanding how to handle licks and how to practice them properly so that they will become part of your regular playing. If you haven't done already, remember to subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, put a thumbs up on it. And of course, I always remember you that if you are a beginner, there are some books for you. One is called Easy Mallet, Vibraphone and Improvisation, and it is specific for vibraphone and improvisation, and the other one is dedicated to marimba and xylophone. If you are a more advanced player, there's a book called Aphorismi, and you can check them out on my YouTube channel so that you can hear them played by myself. And if you like, you can also book a private online lesson with me or buy some of my music. In this way, you can help the channel to grow. Thanks a lot for watching, and we see each other next time. Bye bye.